The Rescorla Wagner model is a form of equation which calculates a value after which that value is entered back into the equation to form another calculation. The process repeats itself until some point in time in which you stop using it. The equation can be seen here and its corresponding components in the Excel file below. The two values that need to be calculated are delta V. Delta V is the amount of hypothetical learning units that are acquired on each individual trial. VTotal is the total amount of learning, which includes the current trial and all other trials prior to it. So it is an amount that only increases based upon the way we're using the model right now. The application of the model is shown in these two iterations. Delta V, which is equal to alpha times beta, which are both constants given to you in the Excel file, times the difference of lambda and VTotal. Lambda is also used as a constant in our application of the model. VTotal is the only other variable that constantly changes in our application. For each iteration of the equation, delta V, as shown by this arrow, gets added into VTotal, which is the amount learned on each preceding trial. So it adds only, but it includes everything that's been learned all the way up to whichever trial you're at. If we moved over to this version, in which some of the actual numbers from the Excel file are plugged in, delta V is equal to 0.1 times 0.1, those are the values of alpha and beta, times the difference of 100, lambda is set at 100, minus 0. In the written instructions, the value of VTotal starts at 0 and then proceeds to increase after that point. Whatever you calculate along that first row, that value of delta V is then added into VTotal, and the equation is then reused to calculate a new value of delta V. That value of delta V then becomes the value of VTotal plus all the preceding two trials of learning. Then the same thing occurs again. That new value of VTotal gets added into the equation. At the fourth point, a new value of delta V is calculated, and the old value of VTotal plus whatever is learned on that trial is then added together to form VTotal. You do this sequentially until you get to the 500th row, of which it shows here a little more specifically, you're still using the constants of 0.1 for alpha and beta, 100 for lambda, but the amount of VTotal at this point, at the 500th trial, the amount of VTotal is equal to the total amount of learning that has occurred up to the 499th trial.